5 seconds to go. Start. Where all rituals of adoption as per provisions of Hindu law are followed and an adoption deed is registered, the adoption cannot be disbelieved. The facts giving rise to the present litigation in a nutshell are as under. Original suit number 57 of 1985 was filed by present respondent numbers 1 and 2 for a declaration that the properties referred to in Schedule B and C attached to the plain belong to plaintiffs 1 and 2 respectively, and therefore the other defendants, namely the present appellant and other respondents, be restrained from interfering with their peaceful possession and enjoyment of the said property. It was a case of the plaintiff that plaintiff number 2, who was the daughter of late Arumugha Mudaliar, and plaintiff number 1 was the son of plaintiff number 2, that is grandson of late Arumugha Mudaliar. Arumugha Mudaliar had 3 children, namely Mangalam, Saraswati and Jaya Subramanian. Jaya Subramanian, the only son, had expired in 1982 and he was survived by Saroja, his widow, the present appellant and defendant number 3 in the suit. As son of late Arumugha Mudaliar had expired, he had adopted Senthil Kumar, his grandson, the son of his daughter Saraswati and plaintiff number 1, by executing an adoption deed dated 18th August 1984, after doing necessary rituals required to be performed under Hindu law. Late Arumugha Mudaliar had thereafter executed a registered will on October 11, 1984, whereby the properties referred to herein above, along with other properties, had been bequeathed, and properties referred to in the schedule attached to the plain had been disposed of in favor of his daughter Saraswati and his grandson Senthil Kumar, that is the plaintiffs. Late Arumugha Mudaliar expired on 14th January 1985. As the defendants, that is present appellant and respondent numbers 3 and 4, were interfering with or were likely to interfere with the possession of the properties referred to herein above, original suit number 57 of 1985 was filed by Saraswati and her son Senthil Kumar, who was minor at the relevant time. The said suit was dismissed for the reason that the trial court did not believe that Senthil Kumar was properly adopted by late Arumugha Mudaliar, and the properties which had been bequeathed in the will were ancestral properties, and therefore late Arumugha Mudaliar had no absolute right to dispose of the same. Being aggrieved by the dismissal of the suit, Senthil Kumar and Saraswati filed appeal suit number 774 of 1989 in the High Court of Madras, which has been allowed, and therefore the present appeal has been filed by Saroja, widow of the son of late Arumugha Mudaliar and defendant number 3. We heard the learned counsel and have gone through both the judgment and the relevant record. We do not accept the submission of the learned counsel appearing on behalf of the appellant that the properties which had been bequeathed by late Arumugha Mudaliar under his will dated 11th October 1984 were joint family properties. The learned counsel submitted that the said properties belonged to late Shri Ratna Mudaliar, father of late Arumugha Mudaliar. We do not accept the said contention for the reason that no documentary evidence of whatever type was adduced before the trial court to show that late Arumugha Mudaliar had inherited the properties referred to in the will dated 11th October 1984, and that it originally belonged to late Shri Ratna Mudaliar, father of late Arumugha Mudaliar. No documentary evidence or revenue record showing ownership of late Shri Ratna Mudaliar was produced before the trial court. In absence of such an evidence, in our opinion, the High Court rightly came to the conclusion that the properties which stood in the name of late Arumugga Mudaliar, belonged to him, and no other family member had any right therein, as the said properties did not belong to the family. We therefore agree with the conclusion arrived at by the High Court that the properties in question were not joint family properties. Stop.